Mornings with Mike and Iris present Love 'em or List 'em.
All right, Pauline wrote in and she needs your assistance. So this is what she writes. I've been talking to this guy online for a few weeks. Every time he tries to plan a date, it's always last minute and I have to tell him that I'm busy with commitments I made in advance. I admit I work a lot, but when plans are made in advance, I make sure to stick with them. This last time, when I told him I was busy, he jokingly responded, maybe I should start contacting your assistant to schedule a date. Love him or list him. Ooh,
it's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I guess for her,
But well, you cannot. I understand his frustration.
Yeah, I can see both sides.
It almost sounds like they don't want to go out with you.
Well, because, I can see, and that's why I say I can see both sides, because yes, I'm a workaholic myself too, but I do admit you will find a way to make time for someone that you really do care about.
Yeah, which as a guy, that's how I would take it. Like, I guess she's not into me because she's not making the effort, to try to reschedule or make changes or figure out a way so that we can see each other.
But then she said that he does these last minute date plans, whatever. So maybe he should plan it in advance.
Okay.
But he could also be the kind of person that's just like, hey, let's go grab lunch right now.
This is Claudia using the free 93.1 KISS FM mobile app.
If you already told him about your work schedule and he still makes last-minute plans, then he obviously doesn't respect that. He knew what he was getting into, so I think you should list him.
Okay, what do you think? Love him or list him? 915-280-2931. You can also use the free 93.1 KISS FM mobile app.
And now, Mornings with Mike and Iris present Love 'em or List 'em. You tell us.
All right, Pauline wrote in saying, I've been talking to this guy online for a few weeks. Every time he tries to plan a date, it's always last minute, and I have to tell him that I'm busy with commitments I made in advance. I admit I work a lot, but when plans are made in advance, I make sure to stick with them. This last time when I told him I was busy, he jokingly responded, maybe I should start contacting your assistant to schedule a date. Love him or list him.
This is what Donnie says.
If you're serious about the dude, you won't put work first. I say love him, and maybe you take the initiative and plan the date ahead of time so he can see that you are trying.
Well,
what a great idea.
Well, because if she's mad because he does it so last minute, well, then you tell him, like, hey, next week, this day, that day, be there or be square.
I think that would be perfect for both of them because then he knows that she does want to go out with him, that maybe she could be into him.
It's just about planning,
Right now, it just kind of sounds like she really isn't all that into him. Because I think, when you're into somebody, even if it's a last-minute plan, and don't tell me you've never done this before. You dropped everything you were doing, right?
Because I want to, definitely. You can find a way to.
You like the guy or the girl, and you were like, yeah, cool, no problem. I'll make it work, is what you say to yourself.
I'll do the meeting on my phone while I'm driving, whatever. You find a way. That's why I say, I'm a workaholic.
Yeah.
But if I really want to enjoy time with someone, I will find a way, even if it's just like for an hour.
Because, I get, you made a commitment and you're going to stick to it. But sometimes you can be too hard on it,
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's like an event or something that you've been planning forever and you need to be there, okay. But if it's like, a meeting or something, you can find a way. We have Kevin who wrote in through the Free Kiss mobile app and he said, I would agree with him getting annoyed and he should list her. Wow.
What do you think, huh? Love him or list him?
And now, Love 'em or List 'em on 93.1 KISS FM.
Pauline writes in saying, I've been talking to this guy online for a few weeks. Every time he tries to plan a date, it's always last minute and I have to tell him that I'm busy with commitments I made in advance. I admit I work a lot, but when plans are made in advance, I make sure to stick with them. This last time when I told him I was busy, he jokingly responded, maybe I should start contacting your assistant to schedule a date. I love him or list him.
Love him on that sense of humor alone.
I know.
I love me a good
snark. And the fact that he knew, this is probably going to upset her, but I'm still going to do it.
Yeah. Well, I can understand him being a little upset. Frustrated. Annoyed.
I think frustrated.
Yeah.
Is frustrated, what did I do? Does she not really want to hang out with me? Or?
Now, before we give you the verdict, we have one more that has been sent in via the free 93.1 KISS FM mobile app. Here's one more opinion.
This is from Sylvia. She writes, from past experiences, if someone has such an intense work schedule that they can't follow through on commitments in their personal life, it's a clear sign that they're not ready to date. I think if you really liked him, you would move things around to go out with him. So I think you should list him and stop lying to yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Agree.
Wow.
Agree.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do agree. And I could, like I said earlier, because I work a lot, but I'll find a way like, yeah, no, I really do want to hang out with you.
Right.
And then it's also just about communication, planning. Maybe he's never dated anyone that has such an intense work schedule. So you kind of got to let him know, like, hey, when are you free? This is when I'm free. There. Let's do it.
And conversely, I've also, been privy to conversations with you where you're like, yeah, I'm kind of not really moving things around because I really don't want to go out with this guy.
Well, yeah, because if you think it's your time, it's my time. So I'm like, I'm not that interested in this person. So do I really want to cancel this whole meeting for them? And it sounds horrible.
Right.
But it's just, I'm not that into you.
It makes you feel better because you're not like lying about having commitments, because you really do, but you also don't make any effort to
move it around.
Yeah, so
maybe she isn't that into. And the majority said list him. I mean, unless she's willing to move her schedule around and make time for him.
Sure,
she really does have to reevaluate and stop lying to yourself. So.
And Donnie had the best idea.
Really did.
If you're serious about the dude, you won't put work first. I say love him, and maybe you take the initiative and plan the date ahead of time so he can see that you are trying.
Yeah, see, and then both of you know what's up.
Oh, yeah.
And
maybe this guy's the one that's going to make her realize, hey, you don't have to work all the time, girl. Love yourself and love me a little bit more. You never know, unless you try.
But until then, the verdict is list him.